بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Inshallah, today we're going to talk about the kingdom of the devil or the evil. Why Allah Azza wa Jal created the evil, and what is our purpose in life. Inside this lecture, I'm gonna speak a little bit about the purpose in life. Plus, something very important, I'm gonna speak about the martyrdom of Malik al-Ashtar, how he was martyred. Muawiyah killed Malik al-Ashtar, and I'm gonna give a little bit a definition, who is he and why it's so important for the future. Allah Azza wa Jal, when He created the universe, He created for a plan. I'm not gonna speak like Christians or like some Muslims. Our main plan is testing us, making us suffer, and then at the very end we take hell or heaven. No. The reality of Allah Azza wa Jal created us for something very unique. We are very special. We are pieces of a big puzzle. Each one of us is a pieces of a big puzzle. If we want to look now today about any culture or any civilization, we see that each one has to take a specific function. He has to function certainly. We cannot be all inventors, right? If we were all of us inventors, what's going to happen to us? Nobody will be impressed if you make an invention. Plus, we cannot survive anymore. Even though invention is a main key for innovation, but someone has to be a consumer for an invention, for you to make money. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it. Let's say you live in Japan now. We have many inventors there, but do they make a lot of money? All of them? No, because invention there is very usual. Like everyone, it's if someone introduce you to someone else in Japan, each one of them, they have a patent under his name. He made something. And some of the inventions are not important. Some of them, they're regular for your usual life. And same thing for writer, or same thing for scholar. Or each one has a specific, Allah Azza wa Jal created that to make this uniqueness, to make how we're gonna work, we be working together. If we open the Holy Quran, Allah Azza wa Jal, He mentioned 2 insects. The Nahl, the bees inside the Quran, He made a specific surah for that. And the ants, if you want to call it this way. The ants, they have specific surahs. And if you look why Allah Azza wa Jal made the surahs inside the Quran, because it's something very important, right? If He want to call something in the Quran, it's not just because He's impressing you with something. No, it's important. Why, for example, He didn't create Surah flies, for example? Why He didn't create that? He didn't, because there's something important about the bees and the flies and the ants. What's unique about them is the way how they function or interact together. If you look how they build their own kingdom, you look at how exactly they build their own place, their own home. Each one of them, they work very hard to establish that. They work. And we have a queen, and we have the system inside is very unique. Previously, we used to see an ant and hit it, right? If you see a bee, you'll be scared. Now, when we learn more about them, we see how Allah Azza wa Jal created them very unique. So you appreciate when you see them. Allah Azza wa Jal in Hayat al-Dunya, He wants us to be like this. When Amir al-Mu'mineen came in, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he called him Ya'sub al-Din, Ya'sub al-Mu'mineen. Ya'sub in Arabic, if you want to translate it to English, is a person who go with the queen to bring all the bees. And he is the main important guy, that he is the responsible, he is the key for all the creation over here. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he called him that. And during his time, he made something very unique. He wanted to establish the Khilafat Rasulullah sallallahu. He wanted to be after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he's the Imam. Rasulullah before his death appointed him. And it's not just these days with Google, and if you look if you open all the books, it's even if you sit down with the other school of thought, he will say this is not available. You see in all their books that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam appointed Amir al-Mu'mineen as Khalifa after. He said, "Man kuntu mawla, fahada aliyum mawla." If you really believe that I am your Mawla, you're responsible for you, Not just responsible. Rasulullah is responsible. If he order you something, you have to do it. It's like the order from God. This is what mean Mawla. فَأَمِيرُ عَلِي مَوْلَى لَكُمْ. He is like me. Will be after me. Allah Azza wa Jal love him. You should be loving him. But after the death of Rasulullah, we know what's happened. Politically, they divided themselves and so on. During his time, all this is a presentation of the devil. Where is he exactly? You cannot know where is the devil by just describing. I can tell you that the devil has a 2 horn and he's scary, and when you look at him, it's horrifying, right? If you see the 3D movies these days. But we have to study how he think. What is his purpose? Why he's there? Why exactly? What happened? And you cannot know till you know what is your purpose in life. Because we have a saying from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said what? He said something important. He said, you're not gonna know who is your God till you know who exactly you are. For example, the first question you start asking yourself, where am I inside myself? Right? For example, now you see, where are you now? Can you tell me? Each one of you. Now you see me from your eyes, but where exactly are you? Are you in the brain? Are you inside the heart? Where exactly yourself live? This is the first question. If we start evolving. After that, you start asking, what is the interaction of yourself and the brain? Can you talk to yourself now? You can talk to yourself, right? Inside your head, right? You say, I want to go sleep, and then your head say, no, just stay like 5 minutes. You can make conversation. Who are you making conversation with? With your brain. Yourself that Allah Azza wa Jal created. This is the one that's gonna leave the body when you die. And then the brain is a tool that Allah Azza wa Jal created. You fed it. You fed it all this information. You want me to speak a little bit about the brain and the self? How they interact? Because it's important. This is the first knowledge. If you know many things and you don't know anything about this area, you don't know anything, basically. You have a brain Allah Azza wa Jal created, and yourself. Yourself is you. You know who made you, like your conscious self. Okay, so when Allah Azza wa Jal created you, you were young, you don't remember. You start crying because you were hungry. Why you're crying? Because Allah Azza wa Jal, He did teach the self, He taught the self something important, what we call al-fitra. Fitra mean a connection between the unconscious world. It's have all the catalogs for you to live inside earth. It has everything. All the knowledge is there. When you need it, Allah Azza wa Jal will send it to you through your brain. This is how they interact together. So now the self know that you have to cry for you to eat, right? Who registered this information? The brain will start registering that. Next time, he doesn't use this information. The brain doesn't need the self. He doesn't need the self anymore to know that you should be crying when you need food, right? The brain automatically will start doing that alone. He doesn't need help anymore from this area. While you're growing, there's millions and millions of issues you start learning from your parents, or you learn from the unconscious world. Many things you start learning. The more you grow, for example, now you're 10 years old, 15 years old, your brain is a tool that's been learning so much from the self, from yourself, and from the environment. Now you're 20 years old, this is where the problem starts. The self and the brain will start having conflict. They start conflict each other. There's a conflict here. Why? Because now you see someone, when you see, oh, he's a psycho. Why he's a psycho? You see someone, he doesn't fit in his body. He doesn't know what exactly to do. He's confused. This is the age where you're confused now. A teenager because you don't know what you want to do in life. You want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer. This is one of the minor things. Later you want to decide what exactly you're going to do with your life. Why? What is my purpose in life? So some teens, they will take the way of drugs. They will say this is the easiest way. When you take drugs, it will make you forget, right? You don't have to face all this. But if you face it, now you have to make a deal between self and brain, because you have very powerful tool now. That brain now is uncontrollable. You cannot control it anymore like you used to be before. Now whatever you did teach it, it's now reacting to people. For example, I'll give you a first example and I'll move to the devil. For example, someone who is acting always angry, or someone is acting always sick. Like now you're not sick, but when you see your mom because you wanna be like, you know, your mama's boy or so on, you will say, "Oh, mom, I'm so hurt inside me. Please, can you?" And your mom will say, "Oh, habibi, you know, come to me and sit down and so on." So this is will always be like this inside her. Later, you will really feel the sickness. You really start feeling the sickness. You always feel sick. You always feel why? Because you need this attention, right? Because you are teaching the brain. Now, in biology, we have something called wiring the brain. The brain inside you is a wires. Is a lot of wires inside, and the way you think, the way you are rewiring your brain. And this is important. Why? Because in the future there's a reaction, things about yourself you would never do, you would never think of doing. For example, now there's someone sitting home, you will say, "Oh, there's some people there, they're kissing each other." Oh, say, who cares? And then you go to the beach, there's some ladies there naked, you know, who cares, you know, they're free, whatever they want to do. But you keep saying who cares, then one day you see, for example, your wife naked on the beach. What are you gonna exactly do? Because you are programmed like this inside you, you're not gonna really feel anything. That's why for example, many people now, for example, teenagers, they wanna go with ladies, you know, they wanna go out and so on. They would think so hard to get anyone, I'm sorry to say, to the bed. Now your age is where all your tricks is how to go with a woman, right? All your tricks. No, you don't want to marry her, you just want to go with her, right? And this is all the tricks. One day is going to affect you. Don't think you are playing this game on her. Later you'll say, you know what, it's not working anymore and so on, and you make all this game. You tell her, I'm so sick, I don't want to. This is a game. When you make this game, one day you're going to hit 80, 28, 29 years old. You will want to be with someone that you want to marry, right? And you'll say, you know, this is the right girl for me or so on. I'm talking about the Arabic culture. You know, we have different culture, but since we are from this culture, we have to speak about it a little bit. When you're 28, 29 years old, now you want to be serious, you want to marry and so on. It's not gonna matter to you anymore if this lady you're gonna be married to, she's good or bad, she's pure or not. Your vision is gonna be bad. You cannot see her anymore. Why? Because you build yourself on being this way. Do you understand me or you want me to explain more?
No, makes sense.
So, for example, now in a community, or even in Lebanon, or even in different countries, a man, he marry a woman, and then later he see her cheating on him. This has happened, real story happening. What do you expect the man doing when he see his wife cheating on him? What do you say?
Divorce.
Yeah, divorce, yeah. But now since this has happened before, and he used to play all these tricks before, even on married woman, he's gonna accept that. And this is a way of the devil, how he works. He brings something to you and say, so now you're a kid. I mean, you're a teenager. You can do whatever you want to do for a man and a woman. So when you reach certain point, there's no more purity anymore. You can see your wife doing whatever. It's not gonna matter to you anymore. And she can see you doing whatever. It's not gonna matter anymore. I'm not talking about just ladies. I'm talking about men. Because a woman, for her to cheat, she need a man, right? Yeah. And same thing for homosexuality. Now you say, oh, they're free. They'll do whatever they want to do. You know, I'm not telling you to go fight them. We have to refuse that. We have to refuse it. We have to build our brain to be logical in this way. We have to say no, it's not okay for you to be homosexual. He will tell you, I'm homosexual because it's for me. I'm home. It's not actually. It's affecting every one of us. First, it's affecting us by energy, and we can prove that from that sacred geometry. It's affecting our culture. It's affecting our kids. Now, for example, certain store they're carrying, for example, like Target, they're taking off all the names. There's no more section for man, or there is no more section for woman. Soon they're gonna start making everything together. So a woman will go there. You go there to that used to be the man department. It's not gonna be there anymore. You're just gonna go see bras sitting next to. I'm sorry to say that, but we have to speak clearly, right? Next to what? Next to a man's lingerie. used to be man's lingerie. Maybe a woman will buy man's lingerie, but while you're walking in this department, you will buy a woman's lingerie because you don't know if it's a woman or a man anymore, right? So this is how the devil is building, because he want to melt us. He doesn't want to make us human anymore. He want to make us animals. The only things that he making us now is food and physical relationship. Even now, they're considering a marriage not anymore like used to be before as a sacred marriage between man and woman. There's a marriage that go between multiple mans, and there's a marriage between multiple women. For example, now I'm sitting with a woman for 6 months. I can go to the court, marry her for 6 months, and then we move on. I see a different woman, I divorce her, and then go to the second one without any legal implication. Because when you divorce now someone, you have to give her half your money, right? Now you can be able to marry just every 6 months, couple days, one day, just throw her away and then bring someone else. What exactly you expect to be? What exactly are you building? You're building animals, right? And this is what exactly the devil is going to be. This is from the one side. The second side is destroying what Allah Azza wa Jal He wants from us on earth. Don't think the devil is stupid. Don't think devil is just play with your head just to do whatever the desires you want. No. The devil, he study us up closely, very hard. The devil worked 24/7. He worked 24/7. He has people next to you sitting all day. For example, you have someone, we call it in Arabic qarin. Qarin is someone attached to you. He's with you, Allah Azza wa Jalla, He put it with you from the day you born till the day you die. He's always with you. He's always next to you. If someone tell you you're alone in here, no, you say, no, I'm not alone. I'm here with my qarin. And you have malaika too. So this qarin, what exactly he do? He's like a reporter. For example, now you're 15 years old. You're starting to pray. You want to start praying now. What he exactly do? He's a reporter. And he reported the agency. Say, oh, this guy so and so, he's gonna start praying. What can I do? The main devil, they have like a call center. We'll say, we're gonna send you 3 people. This is real, by the way. We're gonna send you 3 devils specialized for the prayers. So they sit down on your head. They make you so heavy that you're not gonna pray. This is where the conflict starts, because in this age, teenagers, you have your brain, you have your nafs, and now you have the devil. He's working his ways up. He's been building on you since you were young. All the desires. You open 24-hour Cartoon Network or Disney Channel or so on. In Disney Channel now, we have a girl. She's 11 years old. All her pain in life that she doesn't have a boyfriend. She's 11 years old, and on Disney Channel, and they make like a whole episode. A lady, she's 11 years old, that she's searching for a boyfriend, and she's not finding a boyfriend. Why do you need a boyfriend when you're 11 years old for? Or when 14 years old? What do you need it for? Now you see all women are, when they're 10 years old, 10, 11, 12 years old, they're no more pure, no more virgin. You have a man here, they're 13, 14 years old, there is no more pure, no more virgin. Why? Because there's no more impurity. We have no more purity. We've been built to have someone in our life. But who is this someone? Nobody care. You have to have a girlfriend. Whoever she is, she can have her for 6 months and leave her and bring someone else. And same thing for a girl. She need to have a boyfriend. And I tell you, for ladies, during this age, they don't consider a boyfriend, girlfriend. They just need a body. And I'm speaking honestly, right? Nobody care about love, and during this age, some of them they do care, but how much percentage? So ladies, they go through this section because of what? Because we've been built to have something very bad from the devil. Okay, so even the devil, he played with Amir al-Mu'mineen Salamullah alayhi. Well, Amir al-Mu'mineen, he know his plays, he know exactly, and he could defeat him immediately. But since he was the Ya'sub al-Din, a person who's responsible for all the bees, during that time there was no bees to work with him. For us to humiliate the devil, I cannot just sit down humiliating him myself only. I can do only for my own things. For example, when you guys leave now, I'll be sitting here alone. I can open the internet and I can go to visit any website. Nobody will see me, right? I can give you a lecture now and I go later, any website watch, nobody see me. But over here, that my own battle will start alone. For me to win over this battle, I have to be mu'min. I have to look at Allah Azza wa Jal. I have to say no to the devil. Because at the end of the day, what exactly you're gonna gain from this? Nothing. Think about it. If you open a website now, right? Open a website now. You see whatever you see. What exactly did you gain? Completely zero. Nothing. Why? Because you are buying fake information. When you see naked picture, is buying zero. Is not gonna do anything except you're building sins. Believe me, it's building sins only. And you're changing your brain inside you. It's changing inside you. It's changing your heart. One day you're gonna see your wife naked outside. You're not gonna be caring anymore. Why you wanna be caring for? You're gonna feel proud. I mean, you go to your friends, maybe when you grow up a little bit, when you're 24, 25 years old, each one of you will marry someone, you wanna marry her beautiful. Remember to marry someone beautiful, because you wanna show off. She's gonna take Facebook and then take a selfie, say, oh, me with my hubby together, we're walking in the downtown. And then you show your wife how much she's beautiful, and then your friend, you will see this picture. It's happening now, right? You see, he will look at his wife, say, see, look how beautiful is she. She put so much makeup and she wore so much beautiful thing, and you are wearing hijab. What is for hijab? Why you want to take the hijab for? Now you know how many women are taking hijab in the community. Why? Because they want to show off. Now we have a new hijab way. They put a scarf and then all naked here. Who gave him this? Who gave him this? This is the devil. How he's working his way up. This woman, she's feeling bad that she have to wear a hijab. She wear half a hijab and half for man, right? So we say in Arabic, the upper part for God, that from this part and down for the humans, because she's wearing very tight and so on. This is happening or is it right? It's happening. Why? It's a way of devil. This is the way of devil. We see many ladies taking off their hijab. Why? Because they're buying life. They're buying hayat ad-dunya. The devil is buying their souls. Same thing for man. Why man? Why exactly happened? This has happened to women because men are looking for pleasure only. When we see many men now, they're looking for hijab. When you, for example, you see a woman tell you, what do you like in a woman? If you say the first word, I like hijab, she will start considering hijab. But because men only thinking about their pleasure, when they see a woman, they just want to, eat her alive. And this is bad. We have to change ourselves. When you start changing the culture. You start changing all the community. So Amir al-Mu'minin, he was doing that. But we have 4 or 5 devils around him. One of them is Muawiyah. Some people, they say Muawiyah radiallahu anhu. They say Muawiyah, Allah Azza wa Jal bless him. No, he's not blessed. He's known to be a real devil on earth. But he made something, Amir al-Mu'minin, something very unique for us to study. But obviously we don't study anything. We care about which pizza is better, We care about reviewing pizzas better, what food is better, what so on. We only care about pleasure, which woman is more beautiful. But we never care why Amir al-Mu'minin sent the chief guard, the chief responsible for all his guard, to deliver a message to Egypt. Look how much important. At that day, the chief guard is the most important man after the Khalifa. He's responsible for almost everything in a nation. And for Amir al-Mu'minin to send him to Egypt to deliver a message about how to build the nation of Islam, how to build it, how to be just. You can read that. Then it's now they're considering to make this document inside the United Nations to a first document in humanity to show how to build a just country, built on justice and a fear of God. This is what he wrote, Amir al-Mu'minin Ali ibn Abi Talib. He wrote it with who? He sent it with who? He sent it with Malik al-Ashtar. His name Malik al-Ashtar. Why? Because he didn't trust anyone at that time. Even people around him, they were trying to kill him, which is, we know why. I'll tell you why. Because now, what's the test now before appearance of Imam Mahdi is knowing who is the true, who is not the true. And I can show you proof. It's happening now in politics. I can show you where exactly those people are and how exactly they're gonna be fighting Imam al-Mahdi salamullah alayh. So Amir al-Mu'mineen, he sent this message, and at that time there used to be intelligence like now, CIA, FBI, stuff like that. But the difference between CIA that time and this time, that time is they have to, for example, report. Someone saw Amir al-Mu'mineen sent Malik, he sent it, right? He sent him. And then someone has to see it. Someone has to go, right, in a horse to where Muawiyah is, right? So how many days? This is like 4 or 5. Alaikum. There's 4 days running in a horse very fast. Muawiyah has to sit down one day to think what exactly he want to do and send back a horse, right? If you read the story, I'm gonna tell you the story very fast. Amir al-Mu'mineen sent him. While on his way, he didn't have water anymore. Malik al-Ashtar. He found people in the desert. They give him, and those people were from the Shia, by the way, not from the other school. They used to love Amir al-Mu'mineen. And they give him honey. He ate from this honey, and then he continued a little bit, and then he died immediately. Why? Because the honey had poisoned inside. Okay, this is the story, right? Type. Why this has happened? Who tell me? How can this happen? We start building logically, right? Let's start building logically. We say, okay, Muawiyah, he know that he's sending him to Egypt. We're talking normally. We're trying to analyze it. He sent him to Egypt, right? We say there is a specific way to people to walk, right? He cannot just walk anywhere, right? There's a specific way. That's why he should be walking this way. This is how the Arabs usually walk before. It's like they usually walk on the stars. And so he know exactly where it's going to be. Let's assume that. But we forgot something very important, that Amir al-Mu'mineen, he did teach Malik something. What did he teach him? He teach him how to read people. He did teach him how to read people. What do I mean by that? Any person who get very in taqwa, high in taqwa, you'll be able to sit down with him, and when he look at you, immediately he know what's going on with you. This is one of the things that Amir al-Mu'mineen did teach. He gave Malik. Yeah, so he'll be able, when he look at you, he'll know that you have poison or not. Right. Now we have obstacle. If he know there's poison, why did he eat it? So did he know there's a poison or no? It logically, there's poison inside the honey or not? There's poison. But why he didn't read that? So there's something else, right? Okay, let's go back and let's think about it from the very beginning. So he was walking in a desert, and then suddenly he felt thirsty. He met certain people. He looked at them. They have honey. Those honey. And then when he looked at their faces, those people didn't know that the honey has poison inside. Right? This is the only way. Okay, we'll go back again. The same story from the very beginning. How Muawiyah did he know how Malik al-Ashtar think? And he was reacting based on his thinking, right? How did he know how to coordinate? Very fast. For him to coordinate very fast, he has to be on site, right? On site, he has to be on site. Someone walking very fast. Someone who know exactly Malik al-Ashtar where he's walking in a desert. Now he's walking in a desert, now he's feeling thirsty. Some people, he's approaching some people. Someone has to be on top of him, right? Like they have a drone. They see exactly those people coming. He's gonna meet them. And I have to deliver the honey to them before he comes, right? We're talking about a war from 2019, right? It's exactly the wars now. You have to be able to have a drone. You have to see the site. You have to know what this person is capable of. And he's gonna meet those people, and those people they have not to know about the honey that has poison inside, and you have to deliver the honey to those people before they think about eating the honey, because if they eat the honey before Malik al-Ashtar will come, what's gonna happen? They die, and he's gonna pass, and he's not gonna die. So what happened exactly here? Now we see how it's more complicated. What's happened exactly? We see that there's a coordination between a man and we have a coordination between a devil. A devil is capable of doing those ones, and with the help of man. The devil, he couldn't kill directly Malik al-Ashtar. He couldn't kill him directly, because if the devil will bring a honey to him, he would know, Malik al-Ashtar, that there's a devil, right? He will look at him and he will see there's a devil. Allah Azza wa Jalla gave him this capability. So what happened there? I see you getting bored, but I want you to think about it more and more deeper. What happened there is there's a coordination between Muawiyah and the devil. There's people, Muawiyah that sent, they have the honey, but there is this thing that controlled all those things together. That those people, they were waiting with the honey. They don't know exactly how they want to give it to Malik. So we have the devil now. He is coordinating this. He went up because they can fly, right? He looked down at the side and he saw people approaching him. He calculated. There's a calculation. He said, you know what? If I do so and so, this is gonna happen. And then those people came in. He sent the devil. He told those people to go now. Go to those people and ask them for water. When he asked them for water, they gave water for him. For them, for those, there were two guards. They had the poisoned honey. So in return, they said, we will give you the we will give you the honey for you because he gave us the water. And then they left. Because if they stayed there, what's going to happen? Malik immediately will know what's happening. And then Malik came in directly after that. So they left in the right moment. Malik came in there. He said, I'm thirsty. They gave him water. And then when they asked him, who are you exactly? He said, I am Malik, the chief person for the Amir al-Mu'mineen army. So they were so happy because they were Shia. So they gave him the honey. What exactly Malik did? He looked at their faces. He saw they're faithful. Those people are faithful. And he took the honey from them, and when he ate the honey, he died. What we conclude from this story, because I am listing the story for something important. Sometimes the devil can give you direct idea from pious people. The devil can use pious people to give you a poison. You have first you have to trust your sources of knowledge. From where you're getting the sources of knowledge. Not just that, always question yourself. What exactly you're doing and when you're doing that. Plus, we need to learn more about the devil, because if we know more about the devil, we will be able to control it more. We'll be able to protect Imam al-Mahdi salamullah alayhi, because one day when he's gonna come, because the level of the war is gonna be higher. Don't think when Imam al-Mahdi gonna come, we used to have stories, narration before. Previously, when Imam Mahdi gonna come, everything gonna stop. We're not gonna have any more technology. So we're gonna have sword, and then we're gonna do this war together. No, this is not true. It's gonna be a higher level of battle, because you're not gonna be battling only with humans. We're gonna be battling with jinn. You're gonna be battling with shaitan. How are we gonna win on this battle? Who tell me? How are you gonna? What weapon you gonna use? Can you tell me what weapon? Your brain, not just that. You have to develop your brain in a way that you have not just to see those people in front of you, if you can see they're giving you true honey or not. You have to see who is behind them. If you ask this question, you are in the middle of if he asked one question, Malik, one question. He said, you are in the middle of desert. From where did you bring the honey? Especially the honey need fridge, right? Right? You're in a desert. It's like 110 degree. And there's no bees, and you don't have no fridge with you. There's no fridge like you can put the honey inside, so it won't be bad. If he asks one question, from where did you bring the honey? If they told him, oh, there's a man just now, 2 men, they left the bees because we gave them so and so, and they left. He can say, oh, there's something going on here. Someone's watching me, and he wanna make me fail, right? Now, this is the time to ask questions. Now you see someone is giving you knowledge. You have to ask those questions. Is this knowledge good for me or not? Okay, if those friends good for me or not? Are they gonna give me the poison behind the honey? Why is it here? You have to always analyze. Don't be so much like, oh, this is bad, I have to say. No. Alhamdulillah, sometimes there's good things. But you always have to train yourself that the devil is behind everything in life. Everything. Sometimes someone will bring you $1 million. Say, take it. You see, the prophets before, when Allah Azza wa Jal used to send them money, they used to work for their money. Nobody had money for free. When they had their businesses are very good and they're making so much money, they used to sit down and cry. They start praying and they're crying, saying, why Allah Azza wa Jal, you're testing me now with more money? What can I do with this money now? One day you're gonna sit down, I'm gonna be sitting in Yawm al-Qiyamah, and you ask me, say, I give you $100,000, and there's your neighbors next to you sitting hungry. What did you do with this money? You will say, oh, it was sitting in a bank. Sitting doing what? Why, I gave you this for some reason. So don't underestimate the devil. I just gave you one narration about the devil and Malik al-Ashtar and Amir al-Mu'minin. Why Amir al-Mu'minin did this? Didn't he know? Yes, he did know, because Imams, they know the future, right? But he wanted to send us a lesson. He said, I'm ready to give you a person that I love so much. Look how much generous Amir al-Mu'minin. Because at that time, all of them, they were going to be a martyr, right? Someone, he's gonna go to Malik al-Ashtar and then he's gonna kill him. It was gonna happen anyway. He's gonna be martyr anyway, because Amir al-Mu'minin was left alone, right? So what's gonna happen? So he said, I'm gonna send Malik al-Ashtar for your own sake, for us. He's talking about us. Why? Because he wants us to analyze the devil. We think now the devil is just someone stupid sitting next to us and say, oh, go, don't pray. No. Sometimes the devil will tell you, go pray. You know that? So he will say, go pray, cry for Allah, go. When you start doing it, you feel so much like, I'm doing good for Allah. The same feeling is bad. Why? Because now you're showing off that you are a mu'min, right? So this is riya. We say it in Arabic. This is bad. You cannot show off that you are a mu'min. Sometimes he will tell you, go learn, and then you learn so much deen, and you sit down and you make a big beard, alhamdulillah, big khatim, you put it in your hand, but you sit down with people and you start making yourself like a big scholar. In reality, you're not a scholar. Who made this to you? He convinced you, the devil, to go pray. But does Allah Azza wa Jal gonna accept your prayers? No, He's not gonna accept it. Why? How many now alim deen? They teach deen. You sit down with them and they all day long they talk about deen and deen. When you speak one thing about women, they will say, oh, look, yesterday I was walking and then I saw this woman and I got her number. You know how you can talk, right? How many one you see? A lot of them. Why? And this is bad, because those people are learning the knowledge, but they're not learning how to be pious. So from now on, we need to start learning how to be pious. And always consider this: whatever happened in your life, always the devil behind it. Think about it. Sit down. Just bring a pen and paper, saying, okay, now Shahr Ramadan. Suddenly, a woman came into your life from nowhere. And this has happened, believe me. To remember your story. Always happen. In Ashura and Shahr Ramadan, is a woman gonna come. And she's gonna make you not look at Shahr Ramadan. You're not gonna care about anymore. You're gonna suddenly be Valentino, you wanna just sit thinking about her all day. I'm talking about ladies, same thing. Someone gonna come to her life, and suddenly when Shahr Ramadan come, everything will go away. Why? Who did bring all those people to you? Because those people, they sold their soul to the devil, so the devil controlled them to play with the mu'mineen, with the believer. But mu'mineen and believer, they have to be like the bees, like Amir al-Mu'minin want us to be. Bees, what they do exactly? They go to every flower to bring the best of it, right? And when they bring the best of it, you eat the honey with you didn't work hard for it, right? The bee worked all day long for it, and then suddenly you ate the honey. So same thing, a mu'min, he will work all day long, he will open the books, he will see narration and so on, and he write an article. Suddenly you read the article, immediately you take the honey from it. You don't have to work so hard for it, right? Allah Azza wa Jalla, He wants us to be like bees. Each one of you have to give certain honey, and all honey together will make them make what Amir al-Mu'minin and Allah Azza wa Jalla exactly want from us. Any question? Okay. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.